Hey guys, oftentimes we get the question, what does $1 million buy us in South San Francisco? Well, today we're gonna take you on a tour of 3 different properties. One's a condo, 2 are single family homes. We're gonna tour through so you know exactly where they're located, what they cost, and what are the amenities close by. Let's jump into it. We're at property number 1. This is located in the Brentwood neighborhood in South San Francisco. We have made a video previously about this neighborhood that you can check out in the link above. Where are we? This is right off of El Camino, across the street from C's Candy, and also it's probably a 5-minute drive from downtown South San Francisco. We're at the border from San Bruno and South City as well, and there's going to be a brand new Safeway that's being built across from the street on El Camino that used to be Bally's Total Fitness. But let's take a look at the house itself. Right behind me, this is on Manor Drive. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, a little bit short of 1,000 square feet, but it's listed right around $950. I want to show you what it looks like inside if you were to consider this a home for under $1 million. So a little more about these homes. They're all single-story homes. They were built as a tract. All of the lots are pretty flat, and they all start with a landing space in the front that is your porch. It is currently staged for a seating area. Some people might enclose this space so that they have more storage area or they want a seating area for their guests, but this one is currently left open just as a seating area. A lot of people are curious, how does the 2 bedrooms, 1 bath and the overall layout fit under 1,000 square feet? Well, when you walk in, you're gonna be in the living room. There are bright windows, there are shutters that are somewhat open, but if you lift them up, it's gonna be much brighter in the space. Also, they currently don't have electrical, at least in the living room, and if you add recessed lighting, it'll definitely be brighter in here. Next to the living room, you have the dining room, and there's currently a wall that separates the hallway to the bathroom and the 2 bedrooms. A lot of people might open this up to make the space feel more open and welcoming. Next to the kitchen, you'll have your 1-car garage, but the cool thing about these homes is that the driveway is really long, so you can at least park 2 to 3 cars depending on the type of cars that you have. Additionally, you'll also have wide streets here, and the lot sizes are standard 5,000 square feet, which means that there's a lot of ample parking on the streets as well. So perfect timing. This area is under the flight path for San Francisco International Airport. A lot of the international flights fly over South City. Why are homes a little bit more affordable here? Well, the airport noise definitely affects and influences home values. So if you move south from here where it tends to be a little bit warmer, there's also no airport noise. And also schools are varying in terms of, relatively speaking, if they're better or worse. These are all major factors that it's hard to tell why some homes are worth more just by looking at the configurations and the price. So we're currently in the backyard, and we previously mentioned that the lot size is about 5,000 square feet. These lots are pretty square so that in the back you have a lot of space and privacy, especially on this street where you have no neighbors that are looking into your lot. A lot of families might decide to have a barbecue, or kids might be playing in the back. There's also dirt and gravel where you can definitely plant vegetables or plants or trees and flowers if that's something that you want to do with gardening. So one additional thing to mention is that a lot of the homes here are built between the 1940s to 70s. And this particular home and neighborhood was built in the 50s. And what you'll see is the kitchen hasn't been updated or renovated, but it is move-in ready. A lot of home buyers buying their first home might realize that, hey, I might not be able to buy something that's move-in condition, brand new, 10 out of 10 right away, but after having some savings over time, you can make the changes that are necessary so that you can make it your own. So the question for you is, what do you think of property number 1? For $950,000, I know you haven't seen the other 2 yet, but I want you to keep it in the back of your mind. Would this be your top choice after we go tour the other 2? All right guys, we're at property number 2. This is called South City Lights. It's off of Westborough Boulevard, and it's in the Westborough neighborhood. Across the street is Westborough Plaza, where you'll also find Pear Spaghetti, Phil's Coffee, Chase Bank, Pacific Super. It's very convenient. The only thing is, the first property we saw was a single family home, and now we're looking at a 3-bedroom condo. There's a variety of units in this complex from 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, but also it really matters if you're facing the city light side or if you're facing the hillside. Let's go take a look. So there's an elevator in this building to get to the unit, and we are on floor 1, but technically it's above the garage, so it's floor 2. But welcome to this 3-bedroom unit. So we're in the unit and we're currently standing in the living room. The living room faces the wall or the hillside, so you don't have the city lights view, but wait till you see one of the bedrooms because you do have slight views. We are on the first floor, which is right above the garage, so technically you're above grade, and most places it would be called the second floor. In the living room, you also have access to the patio. Off to the patio, you have 2 bedrooms and a full bath for your guests, and the master or the main suite is on the other side. You also have the kitchen here and the dining combo right next to the living room. So the best part about living in a condo community like South City Lights is that it's big enough where they do have more amenities. One of the main features of South City Lights is having a gym and a community room that you can use at your leisure, and a community room you can book at any time. And another question a lot of buyers might have is there laundry in unit? And yes, they do have it here. Most of the newer construction condos have laundry inside the units. If you're looking at condos that are older, let's say 1970s and 80s built, chances are there's gonna be coin-op shared laundry units. One last thing about South City Lights is all units come with parking. Specifically for our unit with 3 bedrooms, you have 2 parking spaces that are deeded to the property. All right guys, so this is the third and final home that we're gonna be touring today. It is actually in the Serra Highlands Buri neighborhood. One of the most sought after neighborhoods in South San Francisco. And this house behind me is 1,700 square feet of living space, a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Now, how does it fit within our $1 million and under price range? Well, wait till you see it because it's a bit of a fixer that needs a little bit of work. But there's a lot of opportunity that comes with the home because it's so big. A particular feature that we have to share with you about this home, however, is that not only does it have a very big corner lot, it is on the corner of Junipero Serra Boulevard, which is a pretty busy roadway. So we're inside a house. It's a bit echoey because there's no furniture in here. You'll see some stains here and there. There's some imperfections on the wall. Looks like someone moved out. There wasn't too much prep done to the home. However, 1,700 square foot for under $1 million is definitely a potential steal if you like the configurations and the location. Let's take a look at the rest of the home. So here's the kitchen. As you can see, it's a bit personalized and colorful with the Corian on countertops, but it is usable. Most people, however, would probably come in here, offer something that they feel is appropriate, and decide to make changes to it. Off from the kitchen is access to the garage. There's also the utility room. And then next to this window here is access to the yard. And as we get outside to the backyard, just like the front of the house, you'll hear a little bit more car noise because we're next to a main roadway. Also, the lot is not completely flat, so it's not as usable as some people might prefer, but this comes with a house in Buri, given that it's built on the west side along the hill. So as we finish here, we toured 3 different properties here in South City that are listed under $1 million. Everyone has different goals. From the first one, it's a smaller home, it's move-in condition. Yes, there's imperfections, but we don't really expect the perfect home for resale properties, especially everything here being built in 1940s to 70s. But it's move-in condition. The other one is a condo, it's newer built, but you don't really have yard space. You do have patio and amenities, but it's something that if you want peace of mind, you might not have to worry about maintenance as much. And the last one is the biggest home of the 3 in the Buri Serra Highlands neighborhood, which is really sought after, but it needs quite a bit of work. Of the 3, which one would you choose? And if you like videos like this, or if you have questions for us about the South San Francisco or general Peninsula Bay Area market, reach out or comment below.